running the empty cycle. And as it's slowly drawn, it starts dissolving the salts, and then you notice, boom, it gets better and better. And then when you think you have it all done, do another system wash on that side and watch. And then all of a sudden, oh, everything looks good. Okay, then you know, okay, the plumbing is good. So you know there's nothing you're really going to have to deal with plumbing. But the PM, and I figure we'll pull this all apart, you know, right after lunch. But all of us have different ways, and I'm sure you guys too, once you get out there and start doing any types of the PMs on here. There are guys that can do a PM and an OQ in one day. I've been doing this 4.5 years, and I've yet to ever do it in one day. It's guaranteed. I started off, it took me 2 days, which was typical for somebody new.
Especially two pump system.
This, and mostly 99% of all the systems that I do, they're 2 pumps. But it's, you takes a while to get yourself a routine down of how you're going to go about taking this apart. After I've run my couple of checks and I know, okay, things look pretty good, so now it's strictly just going to be a PM. I don't have to look or search for anything, because if there's something you want to fix, you want to fix it before you start pulling the whole thing apart and do a PM, because sometimes it's the taking apart you're going to be able to locate or find what the issue is to begin with. When you have O-rings and gaskets, you should never see wet on this. When these things are up, you should never see wet on this side of the tube. That's telling you when you're running at a faster speed and it's creating, and a way to tell too, when it's coming down, if you start to see a whole trail of air bubbles going, that the O-rings are worn out. The O-rings got to get replaced. And you can look, and I'll show you how to just check too that the piston, but if it would have to have been somebody before you, there's so many different ways that people go to take those O-rings out. Certain tools you shouldn't use because you're going to dig in. That piston really is soft, even though it looks like you know, nylon or plastic type material. It is kind of soft. You can get a pick and you can dig right at it. You can get a razor knife and actually almost, you know, cut into it. It's soft, but you don't want to gouge it. And see, and that's what I was making the mistake when I was first using like a pick and go dig in to pull the O-ring out and then cut it, or stretch it up and over and try to take it off whole, because that was the way I was trained. And I learned out later on, I get a real fine needle nose that have teeth, and I'll pinch each side of the O-ring with a pair of, you know, like wire cutters or snips, and I'll pull it out a little, snip, snip. Okay. Especially if you get that real fine needle nose.
Hello, Antonio.